Yes, it's recording. Good morning. We'll see. Well, it's technically afternoon game, but we'll see how things go today, huh? Last time we were working on this sidewalk, and there's been some progress here. We're gonna keep going with that. It's gonna be a little bit of a longer session today. And we'll see what kind of progress we can make. Pretty sure it's kind of a wobbly curve to some degree. Yeah, it kind of moves about a bit more than desirable. Maybe that'll straighten it out a little. This part of the curve seems to be a little squirrely. Let's see if we can't fix that. I kind of straightened it out a little. You can kind of see on the map how it's kind of wobbly. But looks like it's been kind of fixed. And we'll see what we can come up with here. With a little bit of luck, we'll have a nice clean sidewalk. Maybe we can build something in the middle here. And a road to match. That should be a nice trick, a nice project. Too many. So hopefully we can get this looking really nice. At least that's the goal. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. Alright, Minecraft, I know. You're a little laggy today. It would take over an hour to upload this world to realms. Because it's so big. We'll get to building, don't worry. Hopefully, this offers some insight into what I'm up to and all that. For anyone that enjoys the series, this is a good, fun way to see the world that the characters live in. In this case, as it's being built. Put that on. As you can see, I just take the stone brick slab, go out by 4, I dig down by 1, put in a sea lantern next to that 4th slab and cover up the sea lantern with another slab, making the sidewalk 5 wide. And as night falls, it, well, offers a little extra light because the light fixtures, well, they're up high enough that they don't quite offer enough light to really keep the city safe, so to speak. So there's some tricky light sources. Things a little safer for running around. Although for me it's creative, so nothing's going to attack. But you can see it's a nice, almost peaceful process. I can add these lanterns in. Very easy. Oh, that's going to be get a little tricky with this one. Now we'll go just to keep things neat and tidy. Yeah, that's going to be. I have to be a little sneaky with that one. Do that. As you can see, as I work my way away from the line of sea lanterns, it gets a little darker. Okay, this still chases off most mobs. They don't really show up. Save but him. But I like it a little brighter. meant to be bright, it's meant to be pretty. You can see over here, it's not quite as bright and all that. Yeah, I did. Am I miscounting? Yeah, I am. Oh well. Keeps things interesting, I think. There we go. Like I've said before, I don't promise to be an expert or anything. I'm just sharing my process. This is simply what I do. And to be fair, I do pretty much think in terms of survival as well. Just in case. Now, I seriously doubt I'll ever figure out how to make this into an adventure map. Unless somebody takes me under their wing and provides an awful lot of help. but even that may or may not happen. Meantime, we've got a pretty area here. A good sized area to boot. Let's see what we can build. I might need you. There. What would look good here? Well, maybe I should do the road. Let's see. If I remember correctly, which that too. Oh, right. That. Multiple layers. And should be wide enough. $24. I thought it was 21. There we go. Just create a new corner there. Nice and easy. Okay. Alright. This road pretty much doesn't have any stuff. It's like a highway, kind of. Well, it does go high. Sort of. Let's see what kind of mischief and creative nonsense we can get into. Huh? Hopefully, oops, not make too big a mess. For the record, we want that glowstone because it's a marker, like the ones in the road here. It just provides a little extra light. And And I'll admit, from what I've read, an adventure map takes a lot of programming knowledge. And I have some, because I've taken some college classes in web development and stuff, so I understand some basic code. But from what I've been able to figure out, it would take a lot more than I can handle. So I'm content with custom mobs and sharing the world with you through videos right now. Maybe I'll take the time to learn the code over a long period of time. But this is a very big world, so it would be hard to make it an adventure map anyway. Hmm, odd. But okay, I'll take it. It's gonna be a little off, but I'll make do. Oh, wrong carpet. There we go. The idea being that I hope to take this road and have it follow the curve here to meet up with this road down here somewhere along the line. It might get a little confusing after a while, but I think we can make this work well. But rather than my usual method of making the road with just the gray concrete here, I'm going to have to do this a little at a time, keep the widths the same. So not going to be the usual method. Not that sensitive thing. Hopefully I can do this right. Yeah, it might be a little tedious. I can find something to build in here. I wonder what though. Hmm. I know I was thinking park, but looking at the area, I wonder. Hmm. I'll take the time while building this road to think it through. Yeah, if anybody has ideas, as usual, I'll take them under consideration. Whether or not I implement them is my choice. We'll keep it at that. I love ideas, though. Don't get me wrong on that front. Ideas are always welcome. I also have to keep in mind I'm not a pro builder. Not by any stretch. Exactly like that. Now, ideas are welcome, but there's the question of whether or not I'll be able to build them, too. Oh, even if ideas come attached with tutorials, that might be helpful. And those might get used, but otherwise, well, it's just a matter of my skill level, mostly. And I know I'm not an expert. Not putting myself down or anything. I'm just saying I'm not an expert. That's simple. I'm fine with not being an expert. It means I have room to grow and learn. I'm perfectly fine with that, too. I'm quite happy with the idea of growing and learning from what I'm doing here. There's a lot of room to grow, a lot of room to learn. The world is big. There's a lot I can do and learn from. Pardon me. So, I'm happy with the idea that I can just keep learning. And to be fair, I've taken a lot of time to study what other people do too. Which doesn't hurt. There's a lot of things that other people do that can be very helpful. I mean, terraforming is a good example. A lot of people have different methods, and I've sort of started developing my own. Did I forget the white over here? Yes, I did. And see, I can make mistakes. I don't mind. This makes for a fairly interesting looking road because it has different elevations going on. Now, where other people might use things like sea lanterns or beacons for streetlights, I like to use the daylight sensors and redstone lamps myself. I think I missed that. I did. Just because it makes for a more realistic touch, I thought. Streetlights turn on at night like they do in real life. That's kind of a nice touch, I think. Granted, they don't provide a ton of light, but that's why I have these sneaky lights in the road. They're neatly covered up and hidden. See? I can barely tell there's anything there except there's light. So, what one thing lacks, I can adjust for in another place. And this light grid just helps for putting down buildings properly and making sure the ground around them is well lit. Whether or not the inside ends up lit sometimes is questionable. Like that parking garage, just over there. I forgot to light it up when I built it, and mobs love spawning in those things. I've had to go back in and light them up. But that's par for the course. Mistakes happen, as far as I'm concerned. And I just fix it when the problem arises, when it shows up. Whoops, like that. I got put in the wrong place. And it's easy to see how this can even be a lot of fun for me. Just a simple thing like building a road. As you look at this, that looks really good. I've been at it, what, 5-10 minutes or so? Okay, maybe closer to 2 or 3, I don't know. But the idea is still there. And it's just from simply going back and forth at a nice, lazy pace. That'll just have to do. Right, terrain correction. Went over by 1. Okay. And this is not that difficult to figure out. I could time lapse it, but I don't really want to. As I've said before, I'm hoping somebody might learn from this. And sometimes it's hard to learn from a time lapse. And a lot of cuts and stuff like that. So, I'm not going to do that. If you find it boring, fine. I'm sure not everyone will. I also admit I'm not the most talkative of sorts. That's also fine. As Popeye would put it, I am what I am, and that's all that I am. I'm aware that not everybody will like it. But I hope the people that do like it will stick around and enjoy some of the building that's going on. I think we'll leave it off here for the day. We're getting into this curve, and it's coming along nicely.